think we're good, right? Yeah, we're good. We're good there. All right, Botbricks is in. That's nice. Let me just do my standard thing, quick ad, and then we will get started on this. So I have a little bit of explaining to do when I do this, but well, not too much. It'll be fine though. Get this put into. Yeah. So this time streaming Grand Blue, farming some Sandbox for go. There we go. That works. All right. Yay. So now let's get this out in the other places. And we are good to get this party started. There's that there, get that notification out of the way. Yeah. This and here first. Here. Here. That's good. So in there. Also in here. There and there. Perfect. And let's do blue sky first. All right. Let me see what I can do for Grand Blue because I'm in the Sandbox mines here. So let's see how it's this kind of scream will go, huh? Wait, for Fog I could have done a Percy gif? Oh no, I had a missed opportunity. I'm gonna have to wait till next time then in that case. Oh no. You know what? I'll do the Vern one. That one's adorable. Because that's also how I'm feeling about this right now, low-key. It's for 2 hours. So YouTube and Twitch links below. So I'll just do relink GIF. I think it'll come up faster if I do it like that. I think it will. Never mind, it's not. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna have to look up Vern. Then there you are. There's the Vern GIF. Now let that there and this in here. Perfect. We are all set to get started. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Whoop, there we go. That. All right, we are good. Oh, put that back. All right, cool. So we are going to. So we're going to get this all pulled up. So the plan for today, as what the tile says and whatnot, we will be doing Sandbox. And the purpose of this is going to be, let me actually get this pulled up so I can just go to it later. It'll be for this weapon right here. This weapon we need to get up to this first blue star right here in order for it to be usable. that's going to be the main objective. Let me lock this. That so this will be my main objective that will need to be done. But then while we do that, we will be working on RCS at the same time. And I'm going to have these active for about 2 hours, give or take. I wouldn't mind trying to get more of these. Actually, this would be really good to stock up on than these two. And anything else I can then just do a Defenders for in general. That should be fine for the most part. So I'm mostly going to focus on doing this as fast as possible. That's mostly what this will be on. Focusing on speed today. Focus on some speed. So let's get these two in real quick. So we have 1 hour, and for now I'm gonna set for 2 hours. That's what I'm gonna do here, because I know I do have enough time for today for 2 hours. So we'll see how 2 hours of this will be. And yeah, and I also haven't shiny hunted in a while, so it's like, you know what, let's do that. I've been too focused on Guild War recently anyway, where I had to like lock in and whatnot. So this will be a nice break from that kind of dividing my attention again. Go down some water before I start. All right. And also, yeah, it will just be RCS music. That should be fine. Also trying a solo stream on this, seeing how well that goes. Everyone in the crew seemed like they were doing something else. Not exactly Grand Blue related, so it's like I'll just let them have it. I'll just let them do whatever. I'm not going to disturb them. As I like to keep my streams a little bit on topic for the most part, or general conversation. I don't want to too much do like oh yeah, like I am streaming this game, but everyone's talking about another game. I don't like doing that. I did that before. I don't like it that much personally. We'll see. But just if I ever do get like at one point, I'll just I'll just stop with the RCS and I'll just turn on some lo-fi music maybe. God, I'm messing up so bad. I'm under a timer here. And so I don't know if I am going to finish this stream. I should hopefully be able to get close though. I hope I can. If not, I still have Tales of Arkham coming up, even though that's probably going to be dedicated to something else though. I actually do need to like really double check on my evokers though. I really do need to double check them because I do know I'm missing 2, so I still need 2 Eviolites right there. I just have so much to double check I need to do. I did get Seox 130 today. So that's already a great step in the right direction for the upcoming Dark Guild War. I was surprised how easy it was once when I already had the fragments on hand. Literally the hardest part is in fact getting it started. It's ridiculous. The hardest part is absolutely getting it started. Everything else will just fall on your lap pretty much. Feel sneeze coming, dang. And other than Seox, now 130. Well, technically he's level 120. He can go to level 130. I still also have I have Augustia I need to do, which I might do an Augustia stream one day as well. That might be what I do. And I still plan on doing a extra video. I just need to find time to record it. With me doing Weaver currently, video, still in the works right now. I will be I'll be working on that for a little bit, to say the least. I'll be working on it for a little bit, and who knows what like July or August. I don't know, closer to August will bring me for like something I want to make a video on. Who knows? And who knows? This is gonna be a good start of the Idians as well. This is gonna be a good start for that. I think I should be able to get what, about halfway there, maybe like 150. They were taking in a 2-hour session. Then the rest I can just leave it to defenders for the most part. Should be able to do that. The goal is okay. Let's set a high goal. Let's set for 200 for today. How about that? That is going to be my goal. 200 IDMs. Probably even doing a Mario Kart World stream of my own. That wouldn't be that bad of an idea. We definitely wouldn't be that bad. Totally not fumbling with the pots by accident. Totally was not doing that. Go. I am liking how much faster Switch 2 is on loading for BDSP. It's much faster. Great. Even I can't think about a Dark Ghoul because that's where my brains have just been hardwired to for right now. So there is. Well, there was a Sax I worked up. Nair is pretty much good for the most part. I'm not gonna worry about her FLB yet. Her weapon's pretty much ready. It will literally come down to whether or not I have another Eviolite on hand to do it, which I don't right now. I still need 2 for my last 2 evokers to then get all of them. But then there's still also the possible Sunstone, but I think Nier S4 actually was handy for last Dark. I think so that's gonna be for me, definitely for me. Not something I have to worry about immediately though. Thanks. What else? Then there's Augustia right now. That farm's gonna take a bit because I did ask some people what Augustia weapons I should be working up. So pretty much we all know of the 4 attack. We all know that. We're gonna work on those. And then 2 special is a pretty safe investment in general. but I didn't know defenses at all. I knew there was a one defense for when it came to one defense when it came to before the EXO staff. That was it. But as it turns out, there is actually a comp that does use 3 defense staffs in endgame content. So that might be what I aim for, if not like 1 or 2. Regardless, the attack ones are going to be worked on first, and anything else will just be following suit. Yeah. But in order for me to do their maximum potential at MK2, set up, I will need SIEGFRIED. And I don't have a SIEGFRIED comp yet, which is why I'm doing this stream right now. So yeah, it's all just one big snowball right now. But thankfully, Dax is pretty much ready. Here, I'm not touching any further. It's literally just the Gustia for the most part I need, because I am done with M3 already. Or in general, actually. I don't even need anything else. I have 5 Exaltos. So that's great right there. And let me think what else real quick. That was my train of thought. The train is left out of the building. It's probably just me still planning, though. Makes a certain, that's what I was doing. I know I talked about my other evoker goals, but I never really talked about my Eternals. Because the reason why I said Stax 130 is fine is because I don't have the other 2, sorry, my last 2, I should say, up to FLB. So I can also get one of them right now due to my prism count down there, but I still need 1 more. So okay, I need up to 6,000 more flawed prisms, and this was all with the month just spent. This is with that. It's not that pretty for me right now, but maybe I got sent to the draw screen. What do you want? Back on. Back on we go. I'm now saved from the draw screen. I no longer feel a temptation to summon. Never had. Probably when it comes to, well, that's more of a transcendence talk, actually. Because I was going to talk about, my overall next goal was probably going to be TN, but he's already FLB. I need to focus first on getting everyone to the FLB status first. That's what I need to focus on right now. Then I can worry about getting them transcended. Which I've still been making decently good progress on, surprisingly. I've been making good progress on that. So I'm very glad about that. Very glad. Yeah, maybe I do need to do more blood prism farming games one day. Maybe I should. Oh boy, do I need a lot of those. As well as their shards too. I gotta count those as well. I gotta try and get more rested. It's one big spiral I need to go down for the Eternals right now. One big spiral. And I click on back. I clicked on go. When did... Oh, wait, I just looking around on my setups and whatnot. When did YouTube add a top fan section? What? You know what? I'm clicking on it. Be the first in leaderboard or by showing support, try sending a live chat or speak chat. Oh. Alright, well, you don't gotta do that. I would love to get Shiny Arceus sooner rather than later. Genuinely, I would love to. I might have to get back into the groove of getting that done. Shiny Arceus. Oh boy, would I love to be down with that. Oh boy, would I. Just really trying hard not to fumble my buttons again between the two games. So far, going mostly well so far. Mostly. A few hiccups. But I think right now we're going at a pretty nice pace. Alright, back up here. And we're back in. Once I'm done with Arceus, I could then probably set up a shiny in my... Probably maybe my shield in all honesty, because of the Reggies would be my next target before I try to hunt like Damon. So we catch it in between loading screens on either one, and guess what? You'll be fine. Just fine. Oh, hit it in time. Thought I messed it up. Let's see. I bet no. Yep. I was gonna know. Always been one. So I seem to go through about, what, 150, 200 stamina for RCS reset. Keep on going, keep on going. I really am curious to see the boxes. Really curious. Because I haven't done this kind of farming in a pretty long while. Oh, got booed there. Probably also at some point look into draining my as well. Especially since I still want to stay on top of Augustia's. They need what, 440 I think it was? Total IDMs? You know, it's definitely skewed now for at the minimum one of the wind evokers. It's definitely skewed right now, so I'll look into it later. Go. 6. I'm just busy spamming the A button. That's why it doesn't go that second time. Like it's Rambloo. Problem. A little bit of a problem. Yeah. Why not? I'm running through all my pots all over again after I just recovered pretty much most of them from Guild War. Nailed it. I bob and weave between the two screens. do, 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 do. Your water. But both my hands are occupied. Gotta press A. Actually gotta pay attention to both. Get too zoomed in on one. It goes by. I'm definitely getting right now that whole feeling where it's like shiny Arceus just doesn't exist. Definitely getting that feeling in general right now. There we go. Oh, that worked. That back button was an accident there. Arceus, please. I've hunted you for long enough. Let me be free. Please just let me be free, Arceus. Yep. Scratching. I had an itchy itch that needed to be itched. Good there. Some more down. More pop. The Drade. What? I wonder how much pass I'm gonna go down to. Actually, I haven't done this. I haven't done something like this in a pretty long while, so I guess we'll find out. But it feels like, dang. I feel so tired already. Jeez. Because we ain't got the other crew members in here yet. out of here. Best review is my ass. No, thank you. Yeah. That took a while to load for Grand Blue. Probably concerning. I wonder if I'm over 100 boxes at this point. I hope I am. I hope I am. I heard what 700 boxes is good. I don't know though. No idea. After this, maybe I check just kind of get a grasp on just how well I'm doing so far. Maybe. Do I just hard farm and just don't even look back? I don't know. I might just check though. Because like if I'm at like roughly 150 now, give or take, I won't hit 700 boxes. That's like maybe I could hit like 300. 300 would be a safer assumption of something I could hit. Like, I can definitely get close to it. I can definitely get close to the amount needed. Definitely get close. So just a few more, then I'll give it a check. Just a few more. Last one. Let's see here. All 211 defenders though. 82. Not even 100 yet. All right. Not even 100 boxes yet. All right, yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be about 100 an hour then. Oh my god. Sure, they act the last 2 hours in Sandbox Fortitude. Okay, there isn't much else that really has to be spoken about, because it's like everything that's happening right now, it's all preparation stuff. Kind of already talked about that for the most part. I need this to do some of the dark stuff. And there's also still kind of my general other goals. Oh yeah, ooh, I've been meaning to adjust my notepad I have regarding my revenant weapons. especially now that Seox is done. I now don't need. I really don't need Seox stuff anymore on there at all. Well, his radiance. I need it for his radiance. Yeah, because beyond that, it would just be the Celestial. And I think both cost the same amount. I think. Unironically, a shiny Arceus would be good right now so I can do something. Like, properly do something. A better spot in my chair. Well, nothing. Nothing so far. Headphones are falling. No. Dumb. Alright, one more batch. In the drain. So maybe soon I actually try to incorporate more proper breaks. How about that? A good opportunity to rest my head. Buttons. Of course I am. Yeah, after this bit here, I'm gonna take a break. I'm going to do something downstairs. It's all planning. Then I will come back up do another good like half hour plus of farming, maybe closer to 40, even 50 minutes maybe. Then back in the grinder. I think I will do that actually. Actually incorporate breaks. Good, solid breaks. I meant to do that with the last time I did shiny hunting, but the Lily plans got in the way. So well, I couldn't do that. So maybe I try to incorporate it this time. I think that'd be a pretty good idea. Or maybe I can find some stuff to talk about. For like half an hour, I don't know, but maybe I can fill in something. Maybe I can. Come on, I was pressing it. I was pressing it, I swear. Maybe I'm just getting older where it feels like I need more breaks. Maybe I'm just getting older. Yeah, definitely after this standard bar, I'm gonna take that break. It could be a bathroom break too, actually. Might accidentally be a longer break than intended, but a break is needed nonetheless. A break is needed. Much needed. Alright. Last one. Actually, I will leave the RC's music playing as I take my break. Let me actually see. How are we looking? 108. Okay, so under an hour, over 100. So maybe I can get about, maybe 200, 250, give or take. So I will let this go. I'm going to go on a quick break. I'm going to... Here, too fast. I have retoined. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to do a little bit of house cleaning. It was kind of a little bit longer than what I would have liked, but I'm here. Back up. Alright. You know, that took about the amount of time I expected, close to 10 minutes. We should be fine now. Should be good for a good another like 40-50 minutes, give or take, before the battery starts to die on me, my own. That'll be fine. At least by then I can tough it out. I can push through till the end about. I'm not all too worried. Then the rest of the Verdias will just be on defenders while I'm just casually doing other stuff. Oh, got booted to the draw menu. Oh, I gotta do that too. You know what? After this batch here, after this batch, I'll do an Augustia break. How about that? Just 2 quick rounds of Augustia. Or I might do 1 and even be fine, honestly. For that, I can probably spend 1 and be fine. 1 Augustia, just real quick. Yeah, I think it will just do the 1 Augustia, then I'll be good. You know, I'm just like focusing on not fucking up. That's about it right now. $300 left, then we on. Wait, how much am I down to already? God, I'm just like zeroing out on all this stuff. Go. Let's check out 124. Okay, cool. So that's one thing I gotta check out for. Just hit 10. Okay, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, maybe I do both. Maybe I do. All right, quick relaxation time. I don't need to hard do one or the other. Sorry, one and the other. I can just kind of let Grambly relax a little bit. While I now hold the controller with two hands. Yeah, we'll just hyper skip all that. Go. Yeah, I think we'll do the second I guess, yeah. To give myself a good, better break and whatnot. We'll say I'm actually kind of excited for the outbreak event coming on Friday. I'm actually pretty happy about it because it's been a while since we've had an outbreak event. I'm actually kind of happy about it. And it's 5 new shinies without needing a sandwich and whatnot. Regular getting Puzzle Minded and a Dene out of the way. Puzzle Minded was like a small hunt where it's like, that's a pretty cute hunt. I can do that. That's like, I can actually do it. There you go, that's one. Do one more. Oh, this one's gonna be tight. Oh my god. Why do you have 11 million? Why do you have 11 million? Don't tell me you're still going. Please don't tell me you're still going. Oh my god, you're still going, aren't you? You are still going. Fuck off. Oh my god. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. I might even get Mins. No, I'm definitely not getting Mins. I'm not getting Mins. Alright, I might have a chance. Maybe a chance. Big maybe, though. Correctly. No, I can't. Lockout's gonna fuck with me here. Nope. No Mins. Only one other person got Mins. But I got the blue chest. I will take that. Oh my god. That is brutal. Well, that's done. We get back to it. So we got about I'll be kind and say about 45 minutes left of this current bit. Yeah, so that's the guest is drained. That was like the one thing I really had to do taking care of. Maybe in about 20 or so minutes I do another quick break, and then we'll be good to then finish out the stream. How about that? Break for everyone to just take a breather. Lovely. Because these like hard focusing solo streams, they take it out of me. They really do. Yeah, I will definitely be also opening all these at the end of the stream as well. I need to do that. Would love to do that, and I'll see and also count the IDs because just like with Justice, I know how much total I do for a fully worked up evoker. I know that number. It's 440. So I can just check that as well while I'm doing this. I won't put the counter up for it because I don't need that right now. I will look at that too. And even like before this all started, I was like, if I remember correctly, around I believe 220 or so. That might be min rolling it though. I believe so. Press the wrong button. There's no background for RSGs. This is cool. I'm glad they put this in BDSP at least. Better than what? What I wish is I wish they just made Shiny Shame and Shiny Darkrai permanently available. Like genuinely. They're giving Shiny Hunters nothing recently. Kind of frustrating. Pressing buttons again. Every time I do this, it always messes with my brain every single time. Like, how many times have I said, oh, there go my buttons on one of these live streams? How many times have I done at this point? Oh my god. I don't even know what I did there. That's one Samurai gone. I can probably get through 2 more before the break, so I'll bear that number in mind. Zuchi. Really something more counting I need to do. Because of Tales of Our Town coming in, I think it's 2 weeks at this point. I need to count the amount of tower stuff I still need. Because I've actually been very slowly working on tower whenever I could. Because of the amount of game stuff I have. So I should probably double check on tower and see how that is coming along. Because for all I know, he could pretty much be done this Tales of Arcarum. Oh no, I need to unlock him. Oh my god. Round 1. Unlock the bugger. I honestly should be pretty fine on tower. I think I do have most of the items needed. I'm going to get like the rest from this, followed by Verdias I should be fine on. I might be able to do tower. Oh my god, I might be able to do tower. Shoot. So I need that other revealing. Got it. Oh, I still have the current event to do. Then literally once when Rise of the Beast comes, I can take a chill pill during Rise of the Beast. I did most of the stuff I needed to during it, so I can actually slack during Rise of the Beast. Oh well, that'll be a great time for me to finish any like wrap-ups on like anything I really need, especially for the evokers, like math-wise at least. Then during Tales, I go hard on it, or try to the best of my ability to go hard on it, whichever comes first. Literally anything can come first for that, and I'll be good. Actually, I might be able to get... So after this one, there'll be the run I'm about to do. I think I can fit one more run after that one. I think I can. As long as I keep on talking. It's keeping me afloat right now. I'm doing better now that I'm actually talking. Something... Oh yeah, ooh, something I should actually do will be make sure my buttons for the defender work well. And even like see if I can like make something to quickly do defenders. Because I think I can. I think I can either or I try my bounty comp. I can see though. I will experiment on the defender plus for it. I remember for when it came to my water, I was actually able to set up a pretty solid one. Oh my god. That hasn't happened in a long while. Very long while that hasn't happened in. That's 4 evokers I need left. I know it's tower. And I'm trying to remember the last one I need. It's not justice. I have justice already. I'm actually just waiting for the perfect excuse to finish her out, actually. Maybe I'll just double count how much materials I need for justice. I'm trying to think of who else. It was mainly the wind characters I actually needed the most by far. Fire's done for me. Am I actually nearing the end of my evoker grind? It's actually wind I need to I need to step a leg on. It might actually be wind I just need to put the pedal to the metal with. Star. I know Star I need a good chunk for, but I need to count him in the first place. Mostly lusters I need, in all honesty. It's mostly lusters. That's gonna be the biggest bottleneck I get for a long while, is lusters. Yeah, I'll figure it out how much materials I need and whatnot. I'll figure it out. Will come to me eventually. Not in a dream, but eventually. There. Or you don't. Probably what actually says. Probably what Arceus says. Like I'm actually trying to think who else I need. Is it actually Tower and Star? Is it actually just two? It might be. Oh yeah, it is. Because I remember Star and Tower were in there, and it's like, I need Judgment for a backline for SIEGFRIED, unironically. So it's going to be the dang Eviolings I need, first of all. It'll be those 2 Eviolites I need to pick up. So that's going to be a lot of whichever Militus Exo I need to farm. Am I refreshing Grimo Fantasy? I'm doing the double back button method. I have a back button on my mouse, so I just press it twice, and it brings me right back to this screen right here. That's how that works. It actually didn't work with our Arcarm for a while. It was a more recent, well, decently recent thing that I did. It was like over a year ago. Yeah, very handy. Very handy. Yes, it does. That second back button you do, it will skip that aloof screen. For example, this one was 1, so I still do get all that. But if I do 2 now, then it brings me right back. Because this is our Arcarm as well, I don't need to worry about selecting another summon. When it comes to like regular just just a fast kind of content. Say for example, you were doing light scales. You could do this with a quick pick friend. You could do that, and this kind of method still works for it. You can, yes. You can use a auto select, and it will work unless if it runs out of that summon. That will be the only case where it won't work as well. But you can place your mouse where a summon would be and just do it from there. You could do that. I also know people can do this faster as well. Like much more advanced players by looking at their ping and whatnot, and like doing 2 tabs or something like that. I've never done the 2 tab really. I've at most had a 2nd tab just for going through my box sometimes or whatever, and that's only on my phone, so it's nothing I mess with exactly. I see. Thanks. I kind of new to Grand Blue. No worries at all. We were all new at some point. I will say, learning about the F5 button, which is also a refresh, that was revolutionary for me when I was a newer player. But that was also a while ago too, a long while ago. Yeah, I'm just doing some endgame preparation. That's all I'm doing right now. Something I've been honestly putting off for a long time. Yeah, I did it for my daily Extreme Magnus. Gotcha. Yeah, thankfully I'm out of Magna and whatnot, and I've officially graduated. I'm moving on to Kubernetes. But dang, that's a grind to do though. It's such a grind. But I love it. There's always something to do with this. And with Guild Wars always rotating, you always have a new goal to work on every few months. This is slow burn. Take your time. No rush at all. Absolutely no rush, and they keep on adding stuff. So I'm satisfied for who knows how long. It's just that Sandbox is tedious. That's like the one thing. You need to do something else with Sandbox, or else you will lose your mind. The Academy helps, and I have a good 4 element teams. My fire and earth suck. Yeah. Especially when starting out, you will feel your weaker elements for a good while. Typically, you will those will improve with time. Thankfully, thank goodness there is Academy as well. Thank goodness there is, because I did everything before Academy was a thing, and Academy is amazing. Absolutely great start. I'm using my Dark team for the event raid. That was a lot of people starting out too, because side games make Dark good for some reason. You only feel Dark in endgame really, and that's when it starts to fly off a little bit, to say the least, in the endgame stuff. But beyond that, for early game, Dark is great, especially if you pick up Seox for 1-2 turn teams. Seox is an amazing pickup via the eternal stuff. Great pickup. Dark is just nuts for debuffing until bosses are immune. Immune to a lot of them. Yeah, that's endgame stuff as well. That's endgame. And typically more debuff related stuff. Say for example, Like Song, for example, he was a crazy man of debuff. Well, I guess like up until you get to like the like rank 170 stuff, that's when debuffs start to fall off a little bit. But yeah, that's still a pretty ways away. All right, question. What is your dark team actually? I'm just curious. That's it. Curious. Just if you have like any questions about anything, feel free to shout them out. I'm just out here mashing buttons right now. I'm just button mashing, so I will take any question you have seriously. Shoot it my way. Got no shiny RC. Oh, dang. I've done this hunt for such a long time at this point. Gonna shine one day. Going to happen. Lich, Lady Grey, Shalom, Nicholas, and Narmaya. Ooh, Lich. Lich is pretty strong for early game. Just if you had a Fediel, Lich and Fediel is like an amazing combination. Grand Fediel. But yeah, Lich is just still a pretty good beginner account character. And you still can use her in like a farmable endgame for the most part. It's more like the peak of endgame as well that gets iffy for Lich. Her weapon is helpful for boosting your grid early with all the axes. Oh yeah, Lich weapon is amazing. Used all the way in endgame. Lich weapon is a fantastic weapon. Fantastic. Like I know Primal Dark players still use Lich's weapon to this day. So yeah, very nice weapon. I love that weapon myself. I think I have one or two. You only need two maximum, but yeah, I definitely use it whenever I can. It's very good. Supplement is powerful. Very powerful. Supplement and amplify. Build around it when you can. It is good. Getting there. On this down the bunch. And I will. Yeah, my main goal is like getting all the different agree buffs, like Seraphic, EX, Bahamut, etc. That can work. Okay, so I actually have a quick question. You do know about the Grand Blue Wing, correct? You do know of its existence, I should say. Because I will tell you, if you aren't using the wiki, yes, been using a lot. Okay, perfect. Because I was about to say, use that when you can. That wiki is fantastic. Literally, it is the best wiki I have seen in any game, period. That wiki is phenomenal. Yeah, though, whatever they recommend for like starting grids, you can absolutely just use those. Those are all meant to be really, really good. I can confirm about that. There we go. That's right. Let me see how much. 190. Okay. I'm gonna need a lot more than that, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do another batch right here. Yeah, that was where I learned the basics of boosting your grid like a different buffs molt instead of just add. Yeah. Yeah, so typically getting various sources of buffs do help. But obviously trying to focus on whichever one is boosted is more preferred. Like mixing in one good EX multiplier will be beneficial. But typically, for example, Lich Axe, for example, an axis in the grid, that will cover that by itself. You don't really need to worry about that for the most part. Damage cap, definitely damage cap. That is something you always want to throw into the grid whenever you can. And being that you are Magna, that will be more omega boosting weapons you'll be looking for. Just simple stuff like that. Then you push skip M1, you kind of just go right to M2, but then M3 is a grind. I say try to do the Magna 3 monthly every time because it's guaranteed to after 100 clears give you a good weapon, a very, very, very strong weapon. So that's what I would recommend, but I also don't know if you're at the point of a Magna 3 quite yet. I'm assuming you're in the Magna 2 era right now. That's what I'm assuming. And once again, I don't know rank, so. My water bottle's letting the water out in the wrong place. Wait a minute. Ah! A little before I'm 2, you're at 80 clearing stat stores. Oh, I got you. Okay. So yeah, so you're still in that Magna 1 era right now. So yeah, so where you're at, definitely those assassin weapons, those are going to be really good for you. Also just base 1 Magna 1 weapons, those will be good for you. And yeah, that seraphic is going to be very important, as well as yeah, that one Bahamut dagger. It's recommended you pick up dagger first. That I do remember. That I do I remember. I actually still have to finish all my Bahamut weapons. Actually, I'm only just now going to start to use the pistol for something. Actually, the Bahamut pistol. The dagger or sword, that's recommended. It depends more on your account, but it don't matter too much. Yeah, the dagger, most of my better characters are other and primal. Oh yeah, then it doesn't matter too much. Not that badly. Plus seems and earrings does seem a lot. Yeah, that's why it's a recommended, because most of the cast is typically those two. Even though drafts are also race that do pop up quite frequently. Drafts. So those will start to deter one or the other. But it all depends on the team you are running. It all depends. Also, do bear in mind with this game too. It's a marathon. All right. This is a marathon game. You are going to be doing this for years. I've been playing this game for 3, maybe 4 years at this point, and I'm getting caught up right now. I haven't even done the hardest 2 raids in the game yet. I'm literally going to start to break into them probably this month or next month, after 3 to 4 years. It takes a while to get caught up, but you absolutely can. Because even like some people I know that are in my Discord, for example, some of them are actually ahead of me and a lower rank, and they were able to do the hardest content within like a year. So it is absolutely possible if you like maximize everything you do. But I'm not that kind of person anymore. I'd rather just lay back at this point in time. Yeah, I've been liking the depth of this game, but the academy is insane to me. Like way to get mid-game build. Yeah, pretty much. Even though I guess nowadays, I think that'd be treated a little bit more as an early game type grid. Magna 1 and Magna 2 at this point just blended, where it's like your starter Magna, then your end game Magna. I think at this point that's what it's become. Even though I know the community still calls it like M1, M2, that's kind of what it's felt like though, because of how simple they made it for the most part. Still good though. Still a necessary change they had to make. The gacha game that is nuts. I mean, like, also, like, well, what gacha game exactly has content where you can literally be farming it for 5+ years and then say, hey, I'm caught up? No other gacha game really does that. Like, people say this is essentially a gacha MMO. And yeah, it's pretty close to that. This is about as close as you're going to get to a gacha MMO without it being a proper MMO. Like, it's insane how much there is in here. It is insane. $11 years is a lot of stuff. Fako is pretty big in terms of content and stuff. That's all because of how big Fate is in general as well. Fate has always been such a massive franchise in general. And also, like, as far as I'm aware on Fate, I don't know how much changes that they've made to it to make it better. But when I tried Fate, like, some odd few years ago, it was, like, barely any stamina. Events were alright. It took forever to do anything, for the most part. Like, it just felt so slow. Maybe nowadays I could try and be fine, but I'm also just not that much of a Fate person either. Not too much, at least. I'm like a Gen 1er of Fate, honestly. I'm a Gen 1er, where it's like, give me my Saber, give me my Gilgamesh. Stuff like that. But I washed for like a few years on that game. Okay. Also, past events being added as regular content is so awesome to me instead of waiting for reruns. Yeah, Grand Blue does that as well. PS5 stories, yeah. But yeah, adding the limited content as permanent content to always read, that's always a plus. Always a plus. If I go missing an event, meant waiting years uh, to get a redux. It is so that's pretty much what Grand Blue does. Yeah, that's the same thing for the most part. Where it's like you get a brand new event happening, but then like a few odd months later, you get a rerun. Then a few more months later, then it's permanently added into the size section. Yeah, exact same system. It's alright, but hey, I limit stuff somehow. I'm mostly in it for the rewards. Always nice. I know on the wiki you can always read it, so it's not like it's like really all that much missed. Honestly, it's most of the like cool stuff that they do with like the sprites and whatnot, the images, at most. Maybe after this run, I'll do one more full stamina run. Then I'll open up my boxes and see where I'm at right now in terms of anything. Because I'm just keeping track of a few things right now, more or less. That'll be a fair bit. Almost there. As a matter of fact, I'll step back for this one. Give myself some time to breathe. Yeah, here we go. Alright, last one. Gotta rest my hand, actually. Dang. Take that out real quick. Doing that for near 2 hours straight? That sucks. And also, I'll turn off Pokemon. I am done with that. Let's get a final tally of what near 2 hours does. Of just pure clicking double back button of Sandbox. Let me X out that. Hide the Elgato. There you are. Turn that off. Full screen that. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so how many boxes did we get? We got like over 100 defenders. I will take that. And that's 215. Actually, I farmed more than I thought in 2 hours. Farmed them more than I thought. Alright, let me fix my water bottle too. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so let's start opening. So 42. That was 41. Some ID coffers 2 and 123. And I started at okay, so that was almost 100 right there. That was almost 100 in about 2 hours. So if I were to try and farm more of this in order to finish what I want to finish, that's going to be about 4 hours of farming. Straight, not even breaks. So probably close to 5 hours if I were to like ease up a little bit. 5 hours of straight farming. Jeez. But yeah, let me just show what I'm working on, actually. So this is the weapon I'm working on right now. This is tied to the to a series of characters called the evokers. My main thing right now is this thing right here. Once when this weapon It's this first blue star right here. Um, this becomes just general, not one main hand weapon. So this I want on a specific team, which let me actually bring that up. Wind Siegfried. So this team right here is something for an endgame raid right now. And yeah, so this is going to be very, very big for me. Because that part right there allows for a lot of stuff to become better for this team. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to want to maximize here. But I'm going to have to get there when I get there. We'll be using Ascendant Prayer for Secret Raid. I will not, actually. I'm not trying to solo it. Actually, if possible, I was looking to kind of have like my crewmates take it, me have it as a join as well. Mainly on the Thursday and Friday days, because that's when Ultimate Friday actually works for the most part for it. So that's my plan, at least. That was my plan in regards to this team. Like I don't have Summer Sanoa. I don't have Valentine's Sandalphon. Those two are the premium limited options that make this tick. I don't have those. I just have the Gen Pool replacement options. And another way, I still don't have like every single little bit as well. I would have the second Wind Evoker weapon in place of the Bahamut pistol if I could do that. So yeah, I can make this better, but that's just out of my willpower. And also, I don't have Lucifer, so I'm really stuck using him. I'm stuck using this guy as my healing quick summon for it. Actually, wait, hold up. How much stamina do I have? You know what? Can I do a host real quick? I can do one. Okay. You know what? Let me show you an endgame raid real quick. How about that? I was just using Paladin as main class. That was for a very safe comp. I did actually see on the wiki this class be used with this kind of specific team. I even saw a video on it as well, and like no damage was taken. It purely depends on how fast the raid goes. That's also why I don't want to use Paladin, because Paladin is not that much damage orientated and is slow. Generally, Shieldsworn will still provide me the defensive capabilities while still providing offense and be geared for the V2 raid. But yeah, I definitely do know Paladin was used, though. I definitely do know that. My issue is I just think it might be too slow. Because I also don't know how fast Siegfrieds are. I have no idea. I did like 1 or 2 back in the day, and I was not ready for it. I was not ready at all. Yeah, while I wait around, let me just do my daily Augustia real quick. Oh, okay, there we go. Let me do my daily Augustia. Then I'll probably have enough time to do a raid of one as well. I get to speed through that. Then I might just tuck it in for the night. Trying to still get feeling back in my hand right now. Cause yeah, Sandbox sucks. Sucks on your health. The Flaming Swag. This is endgame right here. Where you race primal players. This is endgame. There are even more raids demanding even faster comps that are not even locked behind rank 200. There's one that's decently soon. Probably a few. It would be the Impossible Proto Bahamut, those go like candy. Let me tell you what. You create MK2, Harbor of Agastya, or Kane. I'm doing my 4 Canes for Attack Awakening first. That's my first priority when it comes to MK2s. That's also why I'm doing SIEGFRIED. That's the exact reason why I'm doing SIEGFRIED. Because I need to get those MK2s. Because I also just got status level 130 as well. So that's a lot of burst potential I have right there. So much burst potential. I just need those Canes up and running. I already have Dark M3 done. Nier is nearly finished. I'm not going to make her FLB quite yet. I want to hold on to the Eternity Sands. So yeah, it's really MK2s are the last obstacle in my way until I take down Hexa and Fa0. Lucilia's 0. Those are my last hurdles before I'm maximized for my dark element. My last few hurdles. 4 Canes. Are you going to create 4 harps? I make still like 2 attack awakening, 2 defense, and 2 specials for harps would be still good. Those are more of a side project though, more or less, as well as 3 defense Canes, 2 special Canes. It's just my priority is the 4 attack Canes. I'm going to make this public now. I'm good. Also, because dark is coming, watch how fast this fills up. Just to give it a few seconds, people are going to flood in. There's 1 Tango player. 3, 4. Where's 5 and 6? Oh, there's 5. And 6 tributes. 2 defense and 2 special on Agustia harps. And I create 4 defense awakening on my harp. No, because there was actually a comp. Someone actually showed me who is a very end game Grand Blue player, where someone on the dark element ran 4 defense Canes. No, sorry, it was 3 defense Canes for Fa0. It was 3 defense Canes. Beyond that, generally 2, 2, and 2 is recommended for Revans. That's typically the recommended like minimum baseline. Anything extra is starting to go into the more specific comps. I almost had this team, but Co instead of Horus. You want Horus. That's a fact. You want Horus for this. Also, I hit minimum honors. I hit 4 million. I am good. I did that in 5 turns. So now I let the rest get their minimum honors, and their raid will just run itself. Oh, wow. It's all Kengo except CC over here. Also, yeah, Kengo's going to be a really, really good class for you. Kengo, no, like, once when you get a Kengo engine going, whereas it's all CAs, you can't go back. You just can't go back after that. Kengo's a lot of fun, but it's also a trap. I want to use Rockstar again on Agustia. I think I did see a Rockstar or 2 at some point. But it's mostly Kengo, it's mostly Chrysor on Agustia. I have seen Rockstar once or twice. They're still charge attack based. They can still work. It's mainly just the battery of Cosmos and Horus you need. And beyond that, just some form of constant and powerful charge attacks. So yeah, Rockstar works. Every once in a while, I see those 2. Every once in a while, I see the 2 glow stick icon. Every once in a while, I see it, but it's not nearly as common anymore. Not nearly as Kengo or Chrysor. You know, Chrysor's a fun class. It's fun. And so it looks like one of the Kengos is about to hit mins right now. You know, this one I'm just like watching. As a matter of fact, let's wait, hold up. Let me do this for you guys. How about that? I'm gonna turn this on. Up. So CC hit mins. Did the Kenko stop? That's something else about Grand Blue. They got good music. Every once in a while, turning it on, and then I was like, yeah, I missed this. Oh, yeah. December characters always come back during the summer. They are guaranteed to come back during the period in which they released. And they typically also come back around one other time throughout the year whenever they feel like it. Typically. CC, you are making... Oh, and Min, you're making people not get their mins. How dare you? You could spark her if needed. Honestly, she is most definitely worth a spark. She starts to make light endgame very, very strong. She really does. So she's definitely a good spark contender. But honestly, being that you're even below rank 100 right now, try to look at stuff that will just be fun for you, honestly. Nice game to have fun. Force comes. That would have been great if it was sand, but alright. Oh well. And I can do a raid now. Alright, watch this. Alright, time to go fast. I was thinking to bring my other teams up since they're not as strong. You definitely can. I would say I definitely obviously only summon on Gala banners. That's a rule that should be followed incredibly strictly. Try to summon only on the Gala banners because of that increased rate. Let the Galas come through. Let the Grands start to power up your account, then you fill in the gaps. Light, for example, here, that'll be great for you to start to fill in that gap, for example. That'll be great. So if Light Summer Horus lines up on a Gala and is sparkable, you can absolutely try to spark her there. Wait, CC again! CC again! You also get this every once in a while too. You run into the same people. One more thing about Spark. If you are planning on being free to play, definitely use your currency sparing. Definitely have a plan with your currency before you spend it. And also, don't feel pressured to spark immediately as soon as you get it either. Just simply do it whenever you have a definite plan in mind. Alright, once the blockout ends, I hit mins. There we go. Mins acquired. Racing! Well, welcome to racing. This becomes the name of the game. Wow, that Kengo shot up. That's what makes Horus good. 2 CAs with all debuffs afterward. Very, very good. I know your team is so bad. I want to get something better. I'll let me tell you this right now. Earth needs help in general. All right, this isn't a your boxing. It's a literal in general thing. Cygames needs to make Earth actually worth a dang, because Earth's like best thing is, I kid you not, a illustrious weapon, which is only acquired when you acquire something called gold moons, and that is Earth's by far best weapon. MC becomes your bread and butter. Everything else just kind of either does a lot of damage or helps them out. That's pretty much what Earth is. But alright, so let me actually give you some pointers here when it comes to Earth, actually. Because you can get by with Earth, and most of them can be acquired for free. Alright? Let me show you. Alright? So when it comes to Earth, you have two routes. You either have normal attack route, or you have charge attack route. The gold moon option I mentioned is the normal attack route, and there are other things you can do mixed in there in order to really, really make it strong. For the majority of the content the game has to offer, this mainly includes the Magna 3 fight, followed by a version of a REVAN fight. Mainly when you are the one hosting it. You can go the charge attack route and be perfectly fine. So let me just show you very quickly. So first of all, this is a character you can get from Classic 1. Typically, I would recommend summoning on Classic 1 whenever we have free draws that are not on a gala banner, or when you're not hoping for like a seasonal character. She is a very strong character. She can be used on both charge attack and normal attack. She is good. This is one of the Eternals. He is one of the best Earth charge attack characters in the game. And he is very, very... and he's very powerful. So he is definitely a good contender to pick up for Earth charge attack. Let's see. What else do I want to mention? Because unfortunately, I kind of have a like working kind of Earth charge attack right now. I will say he's also really good as well. You get him completely for free from Academy. You own him. He is good, actually. He's like one of two good characters from that Academy. Really good. Definitely worth slotting in. Definitely worth it. But then I'm not gonna mention her too much. She's a grand, really. What else is worth mentioning? She could be used as well. The next event we're getting is actually Rise of the Beast. There are 6 free characters you can acquire from that event. I will say, if possible, try to get them all. They're all very good, and especially with this passive right here, that's a task you can do starting about next week, I think. Let me actually see that. When does Rise of the Beast start? Rise of the Beast starts on the 7th. So that's in, yeah, about a week. So yeah, so I would say in that about a week, about that week, try and pick up between this character and the other 5 characters. They'll be categorized under the Saints. All of them work in their designated Magna 3 fight, and is all around very good. There was one other I had in mind. He's an evoker, but that is a whole other farm, really. Not really too much worth talking about. This is the other Eternal. She is nice, but definitely more geared for faster kind of. So, like, there is definitely a good chunk of stuff you can acquire and start to make something work. But then with what I mentioned earlier, being the using your sparks wisely, you can then find something that can work and do that. The hammering stuff looks cool for Highlander. Highlander is more niche, and honestly, with Magna 3, you want to move away from... You mostly do want to move away from Highlander. The only time you would use his Highlander stuff would be when it comes to a more normal attack focused grid a little bit. Actually, wait, I can actually show you an endgame Highlander grid real quick. It's mostly endgame. I'm still missing a thing or two for it. So, like, this is a normal attack team I was talking about, kind of. She's in here very good. Kame is the normal attack character. She's backlined solely for the passive ability. He's meant to unironically remove himself from the field so Kame can come in because he has something special. It is tied to evokers right there. And she, if you somehow pull Earth Olivia, she is a general pull unit. If you somehow pull her, she is an incredibly strong Earth character. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. She solved Earth normal attack for me for so many reasons. She is literally a character where it's like, if you have an opportunity to pick her up, it's recommended. But she is the gen pool. There's something called a subtix, as what the community calls it. She is able to do that. Those typically cost money. I don't know if you're willing to spend money or not, but she would be someone you can do if you do have the money for that. But, oh, actually, I moved away from Highlander for this, actually. Never mind. How do you pick your awakening per character? It will be under add bonuses. It'll be awakening level. You can do this. I think it's kind of rules. You can change it between balance attack, defense, or multi-attack. Typically for endgame content, you will want to do defense because it just gives you more HP, more defense than what grids can give you. So typically defense is very good. Multi-attack will be used if they are normal attack dealing characters. In content, you don't need to worry about your HP, aka content that requires like 1 or 2 turns to defeat, and you need a little bit of extra damage. That's what multi-attack is used for. Attack is a little bit more situational. If it's like they don't need to survive that long and they don't deal multi-attacks, you would typically go attack. You pretty much never go balanced. But then also you do need these awakening orbs right here in order to do that. You can acquire them through events, through your monthly pendants. They can be acquired. And also when it comes to raising your awakening, it is materials. It will tell you what materials you need. Obviously try to max out if you can. EMPs just play that kind of character. So for example, there are other kinds of Olivias. There's this one right here. They share a EMP value, but the character will get the EMP for their nodes, if that makes sense. So it's like, for example, my Olivia in general is extended mastery level 49, but my Olivia, my Earth Olivia, has 77 EMP to put into their nodes. My other Olivia, even though it has the same extended mastery value, only has like no EMP at all. If that makes sense. Just use the character. You will make them more powerful up to that max of 18. That is pretty simple. Oh yeah, though this is why I did say typically for M3 you switch away from Highlander. It's because of these weapons right here. These are introduced with Magna 3, and these are such a mainstay weapon. Where it's like, I kid you not, every single grid, you are using bare minimum one of these in every single grid. bare minimum. These boosts are right here. These are so good. They put them on every single element, the exact same. So it's a 20% boost to your Omega weapon skills, a big boost. Then also a boost to attack and damage cap based on how many weapons with Omega weapon skills are equipped. And also, this attack modifier right here, that's an EX modifier as well. So this is everything you want in a weapon. And I'm running 3 of those. But then even more so, that's my Opus weapon. You will learn about those later on. You should be able to start to farm these very soon as well. Ancient Perseus, I do recommend picking these up. You will worry about Aux skills later. It's nothing too important, but if you do get one that has HP on it, that is going to be very good in general. HP Aux skills are very good. And these two are also M3 weapons, Magna 3. You don't need to worry about those too much. These are special. These are special. Most of these don't even worry about really. But yeah, so that's typically what the end game kind of grid will start to look like. You can transfer those hearts only on the same weapon. Only on the same weapon. That's about it. So like, actually, let me actually show you something a little bit more. Let me move away all these. Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time farming, so all these are going to be those swords. Okay, so like yeah, when it comes to those Aux skills, they can be of several types, really. Defense, multi-attack, attack, heart being health, and there's also a charge attack one, which is the yellow one. You kind of just get whatever you really have. A bonus is a bonus at the end of the day, but typically HP is going to be your good one. And also just if you have stamina as well on it, HP and stamina, that's like the best combination. Actually, I won't keep it. This weapon's all right. It's only a big boost to attack, so I'll be scaling cap. I'm not gonna use that. And by the way, only some weapons have it, so it's like you kind of get them along the way. Kind of. It's a side thing. You don't mainly prioritize it. It's nothing where you go like, I need to get this as soon as I can. You don't really. You'll be fine without. You'll be fine without those. You'll get them along the way. Yeah, let me actually show you a grid that does actually utilize the REVANs I was talking about. Wait, no, actually, wait. Let me actually show you the charge attack I was talking about. Oh, there's my Highlander. I need to update this. This is old, actually. This is very old. Hold up. This is a very old grid. This is actually old for me. Yeah. Yep, that's an old grid, alright. I've grown out of Seraphics. I've grown out of the Seraphic weapon. That needs to be replaced. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so most of this here, kind of the same stuff. This weapon, this is an M2 weapon. You'll be seeing that soon. This is a Xeno weapon. I'm using this because it's an EX modifier as well as HP. Pretty nice. Then also I got a nice supplement in there. Supplement's also going to be a good one to look out for as well. Perseus, I mentioned that. This is another M3 weapon. This is specifically geared for charge attack, so this is going to be good to get a hold of. Then everything else I mentioned. This is another kind of a weapon series. Don't worry about it too much. It's tied to the 6 dragons. You'll see this one eventually pop up. Just know this is very good for charge attacks because it's CA damage and then supplement damage. Very, very good for charge attacks. than just a defense weapon, really. There's my Bahamut weapon, actually. I'm still using that for this. And this is a main hand weapon specifically designed for the specific class I'm running, Kengo. I was mentioning Kengo before when it came to the Augustia stuff. Kengo is special because it loves its weapon very, very much. Where it's like you have to build its weapon in order for Kengo to function how it's meant to function. But it runs so well when it's functioning properly. It is so good. So good, like chef kiss. Oh yeah, Galleons are just a grand I'm having here because something specific. It says the dispo. It's the diaspora. So that's whatever. She's here just because of a specific mechanic. Beyond that, I do have the classic draw, a perm character mentioned before. I have the Eternal, and 2 other free characters. Literally, this is the only gambling character I actually had to go for, being Galleon. Does Magnus Summons ever get replaced? The only time Magnus Summons will ever get replaced will either be for specific setups, and that will be where it's more like a damage up percentages. Actually, Beelzebub will be someone that could replace one as a main leader, and it's only really for burst content or like specific content. Which by the way, Providence Summons, those are incredibly rare. If you get one, hold on to it. You want one of each. One of each Providence Summon fully maxed out. Providence Summons are incredibly powerful. They cannot be sparked. You have to get lucky on them. It is unfortunate. You can pick them up with gold moons. And it's highly recommended Beelzebub is your first gold moon purchase if you do not have him. It's highly recommended. He trivializes early game content because of his call when he's main. He is such a good summon. But then like another one will be a 000. Very good for the current endgame content, being the V2 content where it's like omens and whatnot. He can also be used as a main leader in more burst content, but in general he can be used as a summon in the position he's in now. But generally, when it comes to endgame content where you're like trying it for the first time, you will typically actually run two Magnus Summons. So for me, for example, this is a fully maxed out Yujutsu. I want to bring another one of these for that endgame content, or possibly bring a fully maxed out Transcended Lucifer, which I don't have him, so I can't show that, but he is very good for survivability. What do you want? Okay, but then even more so, there will also be the other kind of grids where it's not Omega Beast. It will be something called Primal or Optimus. That is gacha weapon banners, and those are harder to come by because you do have to, yeah, the gacha ones. There you go. And those do also have a specific summon as well, where you would put them in the main. I can actually see them really quickly. Let me actually find them in my box somewhere. You have the water one. Yeah, Varuna. I actually don't have her. I actually have all the others. I don't have Varuna. Where are they at? Where are they? I passed them somewhere. I must have passed them. Ah, yeah. Here they are. Page 2. Yeah, like for example, Haze here, Optimus series. It will do Dark, Hatred, and Oblivion weapon skills. So exact same cases as the Omega Summon, but they're just summonable. And honestly, the transition to Optimus summons versus Omega summons is very, very situational. Where it's like, you will need to have every single piece up and running to consider running Optimus. And either way, you will then have to keep up with that element as well. So typically what people do is they more or less either have a specific setup in mind going into Optimus, or they just summon for that element. It's so much easier if you do pay. So generally, it's safer to stay with Magna, but Magna has a harder time keeping up with Optimus because Optimus just has better options overall. For example, they have better Exalta weapons. They have better backline summons. Mainly being stuff like yeah, like typically this one, for example, this one's 40% to those same weapon types just resisting in the backline, versus what Magna has right now is just a 20% from summon free. So it's stuff like that where it's like Optimus is better, but it's so much bigger to break it. Well, give me just 1 quick minute. I'll be right back. All right. I'll just do a quick BRB and I'll be right up. Feel free to ask another question. I'll answer as soon as I get back up. BRB. Okay. Alright, so thank you so much for answering my questions. I've just been farming on one while taking notes. All good, all good. Yeah, no, it definitely does help having someone who knows what the wiki is saying and helping translate that. It definitely does help. And this is something I've always done for people, no matter where they are at in the game. It's something I've always done. Any class besides Relic Buster to go after for tier 4? Okay, let me show this real quick. Let me just head to, I don't know, my XP. Let me show you what some classes can are. So for tier 4, definitely Relic Buster will be the go-to for the most part. That much should not change. You should make Relic Buster one of your first ones. But what I will say is between classes 1 through 3, do max these out. You should max these out. These all give bonuses, and also especially when it comes to Dark Fencer, make sure you unlock their skills. That will make it so anything beyond has access to their skills. So now back on the class 4 question. Okay. It is a loaded question because it kind of will start to depend where you do want to go. So what I will say is Yamato and Shieldsworn, those are more geared for your version 2 content. More endgame type of stuff. Yamato is a fantastic entry-level class for that endgame content. Not so much full auto, but can most definitely get you through those raids. Mainly starting at rank 200, Yamato becomes a great entry point. Shieldsworn, also built for that version 2 content, very powerful. So both those are good. As of for anything else, if you are a full auto person, Lumberjack will be a great class for you. Lumberjack is fantastic, very survivable, very good. Not so much when paired with Lich, for example, but overall, very good. Very nice. Progression-based, I assume. Yeah, no, all these start to become progression-based based off of what your other classes are. And even the same thing with tier 4s going into tier 5. It all depends what level your class 4s are at. Berserker and Spartan, those have more specific uses. Spartan more so for like a wind burst comp in particular, or just anything that can help. But yeah, mainly wind burst Spartan's used for. Berserker, Sword or Axe, pretty good damage dealer, more used for burst content right now as far as I'm aware. Sage, Warlock, not so much. Bandit Tycoon has a funny fire comp when it comes to getting bounty. Luchador, not so much. Kind of gets outclassed by something else, but can be used for some bursty situations. Chaos Ruler does have an endgame comp, but is not used much otherwise. Anything else really? Chrysor is also a good class. Chrysor would be a very high damaging class. Also very good. So Chrysor would be a good one I would recommend. Well, for example, that light team, Chrysor is like the class for that one. So that can be a goal for you, just if you want one. Monk does have a team or two in endgame content, but it's very situational. Yeah, like most of these class 4s, you should just try to get up at least. Definitely, Yamato and Shieldsworn should be ready by the time you do dip into the endgame. That's what I would say. And typically, both these classes need another class to unlock. So it all starts to become a ladder pretty much. So just slowly go up the ladder. Whenever you start to get skips, let that start to become your class level up while you use Relic Buster for your main stuff. The ladder will start to get smaller the further you go up it. That's the best way to put it. But I will say, even outside of like the rows and whatnot, you should do the same thing with extra 1 in the same context of rows 1 through 3. Being that you should have all these done. These won't be used, but these do start to come in handy for the extra 2s. Now the extra 2s, these actually have a lot of options that are used for the endgame content. So let me get Kengo out of the way. Kengo is going to become a drug. All right, everyone has a Kengo phase. You are not going to be immune to it. That's the best way I'm going to describe that. Now, Kengo does need more work to be put into it in order for him to be fully operational as compared to like Lumberjack or like Relic Buster, for example, where it's just, oh hey, this weapon, slap it on. Kengo needs their specific champion class weapon in order to work. But when that is acquired, he becomes outstanding. So Kengo is the one highly recommended to get up and running. Remember Rockstar that was mentioned earlier when I was doing Augustia and whatnot? That is this class right here being Rising Force. They are charge attack based. They do have some uses in burst content, mainly for Earth, because that's the kind of weapon the Opus is. And they can be used in very specific endgame scenarios. They are a pretty solid class, so they can be worth it. Now, Necromancer, I've actually been getting turned on to Necromancer recently. They have some pretty good comps overall. Very, very nice. So, Necromancer will be another good one. Soldier's very, very endgame intensive. Like, incredibly endgame intensive. I wouldn't worry about this one too much, because you would need, like rank 200 items. You need gold bricks. Don't even worry about gold bricks yet. That's an entire other discussion. Gold bricks. So Soldier is someone to look at incredibly carefully. He is so good for burst content when he is fully operational, but it takes so much expensive stuff to get him running. So much. Glorybringer is actually going to be pretty good. Specifically for Ring. Yeah, no, he is Rambo. He is Rambo pretty much. Like, look at him. That is Rambo right there. Also, don't worry about Ultimate Mastery yet. That is also resource intensive, and anything spare will start to go into it. Worry more about the Master level 30 stuff. You'll unlock that pretty quickly. Just get 10 up max or something like that. You'll figure it out. Glorybringer is also going to be pretty nice. There are definitely some comps that do use Glorybringer. Glorybringer is nice. Runeslayer is pretty funny, mainly for Dark Burst because of the katana. That's what the Opus is as well. He is tricky in this sense because of this skill right here. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. The main thing I do want to point out about him will be he can give himself instant charge for 1 turn. He can do that with just a certain combination. So that is going to be what Runeslayer would mainly be used for. Probably some other uses, but it's mainly going to be that reason. But I will say, eventually your bread and butter for a class will eventually be the tier 5s. Every single one of these has endgame usage to an incredibly high degree. These are going to be your end goal. They are starting to get their gaming class weapons now via rank 200. So these guys are still releasing, still getting more weapons, still getting more powerful. Viking is going to be a great damage dealer option starting out. Paladin is the tankiest one out of every single class in the game. Mandiver, fantastic for burst content. Probably debatably the strongest class in the entire game. Omnioji, very, very powerful, especially in version 2 content. He can deal with omens. He does charge attacks. He does multiple attacks. He's debuffing. He does a lot in a single kit. Sumabito, very powerful as well. Very good normal attack character for burst content, even though with Viking's gaming class weapon he can be better, but that's a different discussion. Boogeyman, very good for current endgame content. I actually used it in Fire Guild War recently. Very good, has dispels, has defensive capabilities while still dishing out lots of skill damage and offensive options. And Mariachi, I've heard it's good. I haven't messed with it yet, but I know it is good. Also endgame kind of a character, and it's actually about to get its weapon, I think, next week. Lily Mariachi is going to get its weapon next week. I think I've had these three actually. So Sumai Vito, Boogeyman, and Mariachi are about to get their weapons. So they're literally about to get even more powerful. That was a lot. That was a lot of information, but once again, to answer the class 4 question, Lumberjack and a few others. I just dumped a lot on you. I apologize for that. There's just so much to these classes where it's like, eventually you want to get them all. Just eventually you do want to get them all. Skips make that grind significantly faster. Significantly faster. So trying to acquire skips will be very a benefit. That was a lot of info. I love how... Got it, no problem. I've been reading it and need some real life advice for it. Yeah, exactly. I'm supplying the advice. That's all I'm doing right now. Yeah, oh yeah, there's my Cosmos team. Yeah, there's Lich right here. There's Lich right here for a REVAN team. Yeah, right there. Let's see what else. Oh yes. Here's my more specific Augustia stuff. There's a single weapon here, and it's only because it's charge attack based for the most part. Oh, I went away. Yeah, but then like these are from a series called NED. That's around rank 120, give or take. Yeah. Honestly, probably the first big block that you're going to hit will be a Providence Summon block, honestly. That is going to be your biggest block early on. I showed you SIEGFRIED. Let's look at Mugen. Okay, so here's where I actually start to utilize more REVAN weapons here. What do you do for a pendant capping with no more M1 grid daily? Just hard content? Honestly, what I do when it comes to pendant capping, I've actually already maxed my pendants right here for the week. So what I have here is that I have my pros. That's what I do. I do it on my phone because I have a Skyleap and I get a little bit of bonus stuff if I do it on Skyleap. So I can't really do it here. But so what I typically do is let me actually bring you into my two specific teams I have set up. All right. So I have this team right here. This is all rare characters that I use on a skip. And when you do silver pendant content with rare characters or SR characters, you get bonus pendants for it. And that has a separate cap as well. So if I were to look back down here, it says here bonus 500 out of 500 and SR bonus 500 out of 500. Meaning on top of the weekly 2,000, you can get an additional 1,000 bonus pendants every week just by doing that. And also, bright side, with those skips, you can still level classes from it. You can still do that. So yeah, so I just have one rare team, one SR team, but then for my other characters, I have every other skip I can do that for. I just have to make sure I do one skip of each a day, and literally in like 3 to 4 days, I have it. Now though, I don't remember when those skips become available to you. So generally, don't worry about the Rs and SRs typically for that. Only worry about those ones when you start to obtain your skips. That's my opinion. Yeah, beyond that, generally, I think is 101 I can extreme skip. Okay. So I think that That's not impossible. That's not the solo one. Okay. Yeah. So honestly, any form of a skip that will start to accelerate your progression. So try to see if you can start to do those every single day. See if that's possible. Oh yeah, also, I just saw this. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Very much appreciate it. It must have been while I was gone. Thank you for that. From? Yeah. There. I know the wiki also does say how you can obtain other skips. You will typically have hard plus pro skip first, followed by Omega Pro. Those will be the main two you will be doing for those silver pendants. That's what I do every single day for the week, and typically it's maxed in 3 to 4 days. All of it, 3 to 4 days. Just focus on those skips. You'll get it in no time. And Impossible you'll be getting soon. That's something else. You don't have to worry about SRs or Rs for those, but you will see those eventually. You will see the Impossibles come up soon. So don't worry too much about that. Just simply see what you can do in regards to the current skips here. I do have all the skips right now. So for the standard content, it'll be these 4. And for solo, you can't do the Styx Dragon Advent Pro yet. Don't worry about that one. These other ones you should start to worry about. Mainly the Angel Halo. Angel Halo will be very good to start to do every single day, because you'll start to get rusted weapons, can be used for the champion class weapons as well. Very, very worth doing. It's also flawed prisms. You will start to need flawed prisms when you start to work on the Eternals. Highly recommended you start that sooner rather than later. Then also, just if you have an Eternal in the party when you do the Impossible version, you get a little something bonus. But that could be when you actually start them up and running. I do know the Academy gives you the stuff needed to pretty much get that. How much weight do you put on the Exo stuff? Not too much. Academy pretty much gives you everything you need for the Exo for the most part. Let me see if I can find something in here regarding the Exo. As a matter of fact, I'll switch it to Earth because I know Earth Exo is something I actually have. No, sorry, Xeno, my bad. I was saying Exo because that's the new stuff. Where is that? Wait, hold up. Okay. But I could do something then. Hold up. I can actually do something. Okay. So, yeah, like this, you pretty much get this just from doing the Academy and actually Wind. Yeah, no, like this was all from Academy. This right here. I didn't even invest this further beyond what Academy gave you. This is what Academy gives you when it's fully worked up. They give you all the stars. It will be level 150 already, and it will be skill level 50. You can then make it skill level 20, level 200. But then, I can actually do this right now. I need to do this real quick. So let me unlock that. Alright, so I know you said before about transferring the heart, you said. So pretty much you will want to click on upgrade on the one that is correct. So for this one, it'll be the HP and stamina that I want. So I'll go to upgrade. You will see a button here called inherit. So you will then select your fully upgraded one already. You'll click on upgrade. So then this one will become level 200 with a skill level of 20, and now it will have the heart. Do not worry about this. This is what it's going to become. This is what I want. Ta-da! That's how it's done. Let me actually make sure that's in correctly on my DS4. Yep, there we go, right there. Swapped in and everything. It's set. That is the like bonus thing right there. But yeah, really though, not too much weight has to be put in on the Xeno weapon generally. Not too much weight at all. I'm gonna do another one of these. All right, wait. Though it does sound like that's about where you're currently at right now. So mainly starting on class 4s, starting to acquire skips, unlocking M2. Those should be where you start to look for right now. Don't look too too far into the future. So like I'm doing as much of you can of the current events, trying to take advantage of Rise of the Beast coming up. It sounds like the next 2 weeks or so for you are going to be pretty jam-packed with content. Yeah, those are just some things I would recommend you start to look into. And once again, do what you can. Rise of the Beast, at least, that is guaranteed to come back at some point, so don't stress it too much. But there is a lot in there. There's generally a lot that can be farmed. Focus on the characters first. Those are going to be great backline for you, where they're a sub-ally. Those are going to be great. Yeah, like where I'm at, it's all the endgame stuff. One more question. How MVC effort should I put in Arcarum? Okay. Arcarum is a bag of worms. Okay. Let me... Okay. So it's not Sandbox yet. You want to complete the extremes of Arcarum, base Arcarum. The game pretty much lets you do that. So thankfully there won't be too much to really worry about that. You will then get Sandbox pretty quick. Also, that's done already. So like when it comes to Arcarum, you will be seeing something like this pretty much, where you'll have the normal versions. The game will pretty much, I think thanks to all the Academy stuff too, lets you go through normal, goes through hard, and goes through the extreme. So typically, once when you unlock a new rarity, you don't want to go back to the old one. You want to stay at the highest. These do start to give you some good resources, and also you can see these Arcanums right here. These characters. These are summon characters. These are vital to work up. Actually, these are actually very, very good summons to work up. So like, let me actually go to one of them right here, for example. This one right here, this one's name is Death. They are used for their sub-aura. All these are used for their sub-aura. So some of them, as you can see here, will amplify damage against their effective type. This is another Seraphic modifier that does not stack with the existing Seraphic weapons. These are immensely important to work up. Immensely important. Then for the endgame content, you then have stuff like the Devil, for example, here, where it's a boost to that element's HP. These for endgame content and or content where you're struggling on the HP department, these are also going to be vital to work up. The one problem about these summons is when they go from their initial SR rarity to the SSR rarity, they require a Sunlight Stone. These are incredibly rare to come by. So typically you can either start to dump them into the summons for the Arcarums, or if you get a Providence summon, specifically the Providence summon, you will want to use a Sunlight Stone on those. So it really does start to become a, where are my priorities going to start to lie? And in my opinion, start to work on them slowly. Where it's like, I'm focusing on this element, I should be focusing on these summons, these weapons. Literally take it brick by brick, element by element. It will make your life so much easier to do. It is slower, don't get me wrong, but it saves you sanity. and you want to be staying at the finish line. That is at least my opinion. And typically something I do as well is I also base off of what the Guild War content is, which is like a guild-wide event where it's literally ranked. It's not PvP, it's PvE, but with like scores and whatnot, where it gets so ridiculous in the commitment some of these players have. It's, the stories I can tell you about Guild War. It is hilarious. I can tell you stories about Guild War. But just know that is for another breed of player. It's another breed of player that would want to utilize something like that. But yeah, so it's mainly those things I did want to mention about the Arcarum summons. Mainly that Sunlight Stone warning. It was mainly that. And Great Chest 2. And once when you unlock Sandbox, right here, you'll just have to beat all these. These will go up to stage 9, like area 3. That's for all of these. You will then unlock Sandbox, and Sandbox, you will be starting with stabs. You will only see these 4 right here. So focus on damage amp ones first, and finish the base Arcarum. Yes, that is what I recommend. That's what I recommend. Just if you need more HP, you can pick up the HP ones. But typically, once when the Sunlight Stone step happens, you can take a break. You can take a break from that summon. Because you will want to use your stones wisely. Because even now, Sunlight Stones are really hard to come by. Now, typically, I'm in the trader, you can be given a bunch of Sunlight Stones. But those, once again, should be used a little bit on the spare side. So just do be careful, alright? Make sure your investments are worth the while. Unless if, once again, you want to pull out the wallet and whenever a Sunlight Stone is available for purchase, you buy one. That is always an option. People typically do that, honestly, because of how rare they're becoming. And also, you will unlock auto expedition. It is what it's really just something in the background. Really, it's just bonus of materials and whatnot. Most people don't really worry about this. This is really a eternal XP farm because once when they reach like level 110, 150, it becomes so long to work on them up. They just put them in here, leave them here for like days, then they come back out eventually. Don't worry about that. You could do a fast expedition of these as well. I don't remember if they had to beat them or not. I believe you do. You just you don't get any XP or RP. I always do standard. It's longer, but eventually tickets are going to run out, so eventually fast will be used. But that's something much later. I still have side swords I need to clear too, so yeah, I'm not innocent on the side sword department. Yeah, so I think that's about like all the advice I can really give for someone at your level right now, honestly. I think that's all the advice I can really give you. Unless if you have any other further questions, I think that's about it. Actually, I can do another raid while I wait. This is another thing I need for Dark content. It has helped a lot. I have my short and long-term goals in mind. Yeah, exactly. Short-term and long-term are going to be very, very good. So yeah, definitely focus more on the short-term for now, and eventually the long-term will start to come in. Even once when you start to get M2 in mind, your short term will start to expand. But by far, the biggest thing I tell everybody, do academy. Focus on that academy. That's going to give you everything you need to progress. Just make sure you focus on that academy. That is going to do so much more. Oh yeah, actually, So Academy does give something that is pretty worthwhile. And that will be, it will let you select a specific grand character, actually. It gives you a ticket that can redeem like the first 6 grand characters ever released. That is what, perfect. Good thing I mentioned it then. That typically comes up once when you're kind of done with M2. For a few grands. What grands do you have? Because I can tell you what's on the ticket or not. I'm just curious at what you owe. Alright. If it's a long list, oh boy, I'm sorry. I apologize in advance if it's a long list. Oh, I gotta mute that. That's gonna bother me. Hour. Done. Yeah, there. More of those. I still need a good chunk of those. How much more of those do I need, actually? Hold up. For my opus. Dark opus. About 50. That ain't bad. Alright. So Shalom, Mugen, Nehan, Lich, Carlotta, Ewar, Cosmos, Gabriel, and Zeta. You actually have some nice ones in there. So I can tell you right now, Carlotta's great for wind end game. Ewar is a pretty solid character, mainly for the dagger. Cosmos, very strong. Gabriel, very strong. Zeta, very strong. Nehan, very good for burst and that Cosmos comp. Lich is pretty good. Shalom is alright for the most part. Mugen, alright for the most part. They could get awakenings where they do get better, but okay, so bright side, none of those overlap with the ticket. So let me see if I can pull up Academy from here. I do know, because I've been done with Academy, I got rid of that icon. I wonder if I can get it pulled up here. There we go. They got Academy. Okay. Yeah, so that's all Eternals. Where can I view manual? Maybe I need to like re-pull up where that ticket is at. I think I can look on the wiki for that in general, but I do remember other characters at least. Let me just get and alright, so the first character. So I know EO is on there. I also know I believe Fairy's on there too for the Dark Brand. I believe it's Fairy. I will say Fairy's the only one that doesn't have an uncap. I will say that. Rosetta's on there. I think Rosetta might be the choice for the most part because she does actually have a use, being the substitute for actually Sieg. There's actually secret related stuff that would want Rosetta to substitute all. Catalina's nice for the most part, but that's about it. My third main wind is Taro at the moment. I might need to do some research into that pretty quick though. Oh yeah, Rackham's on there too. He's fine for the most part. Honestly, just unfortunately, most of these units are just old, unfortunately. Nothing can really get them back up to what was good. And Eugen's on there. I used him for a little bit, actually. But that's when I was like very early on. Could do some CA stuff. Does some stuff after hits. Like, he's alright for the most part. You would probably want Rosetta though, for the most part. Or just honestly pick whoever you want. It's either Rosetta for the possible substitute all, or just whoever looks nice. Whoever you want to mess around with. Generally, that ticket is just for funsies. Generally. A Caro. Let me see. Do I have them? Never mind, I'm not looking. Alright. Wiki time. Fearless. Wind. This is just gonna be the fastest here. Here we go. You, okay. He's more of a supporty type of a character. He's more recent. Oh, okay. That's where it is. All right. So his thing is he wants harp specialty allies. That's his thing. So it's like he does have some nice stuff, but he needs his tune high. He needs to cast a lot. So he's more of a longer fight type of character. And like typically you can get away with 3 harp specialty for him. You can get away with 3. These are tuned. Yeah. But that was him then. Do I have him then? I might have him. Yeah, him right here. Yeah, Kyra right there. Yeah, like his main thing is that he would love harp. He loves allies that have harp. And there is one from the Eternal that's good, but that pretty much replaces him for the most part, because she literally does everything he has here, but better. She has tune better, she has better supporting stuff, and she's free. So the Harp Eternal just replaces Caro. Got a Cosmos Harp drop, and maybe that could be good for later builds. Are you talking about the Grand Harp? Because if you are, let me actually show you this. That right there. That's Cosmos Harp right there. The main thing about this is that it will boost CA damage, CA cap, and special CA cap based off of how many harps are equipped. Now typically for me, these are bows, so just ignore those. This is a very worthwhile weapon to work up when you do get more into the Arcarum type of stuff, and a little bit later on in the ranks. These are very, very powerful weapons right there, and this is also in the area of Arcarum, more so Sandbox Arcarum, but this is also going to be very good. So yeah, you can most definitely use that for endgame content, and just any light charge attack based character. So that's where that will start to be. The blue harp. That's fair. Cosmic. Oh, cosmic weapons. Okay. So that will mainly be used on alike grids. It's definitely a very, very tough grid piece. That's what that is. Let me actually see if I have something. No, it wouldn't be in here. Dang. Would it be in here? Anywhere? Not here. Not here. Here? No, it won't be there. That's spoons. Be here. Yeah, no, I've upgraded all these for the most part. Okay. Alright, so I will say this about the Cosmic. There is typically one that's recommended, and that's the Cosmic Sword. Wait, maybe it's in here. Please tell me I have Cosmic Sword. Please tell me I have that. Please tell me I have Cosmic Sword Grid. I don't know! Okay. You know what? I'm going to borrow this for one second. Okay, so the only cosmic weapon I recommend will be the sword. And there's a specific reason for that too. And it's more akin to light grids you'll be using this for. You can use this for fire as well, but it's more akin to light grids. Alright? And this, I kid you not, is better than M2 light. This is better than M2, and it can definitely get you through until M3. So these M1 weapons right here, the Luminara Sword Omega, these give HP and 2 sets of attack. So pretty much what people have done with this is they just slotted in as much swords as they can into a Cosmic Sword Grid. Eventually, you will be getting your Dark Opus weapon. The light one is a sword as well. So that can be slotted right in there. I do know recently, at least when it came to everyone recently, you're able to get an ultimate weapon. Could be this right here. I will ignore that though, just for the sake of where you're currently at right now. Let me see. Where else? Where's my Seraphic? How about that? Let's slot that in for you. Where are you? Where's my Seraphic weapon? Actually, don't know where my Seraphic is. What the hell? There you are. Found it. Seraphic weapon is a immediate slot in. That is staying. I'm even gonna throw in a 4th sword actually, just to hammer the point home on how good these weapons are. But then, what else can we slot into something like this? Let me get something that's a little still on the early game side for you. How about that? I just thought I can show you a really good. These are M2. I can't really use that right now. Okay, so there really isn't much here that I can really do. But guess what I can do here? Oh look, another Lumi sword. I can just slot that right in. You know, like, I'm not even joking. A grid like this is actually something people have used. But then let's say you get your Relic Buster actually. Let me just slot that in. You can ignore that skin. That is Relic Buster. Now that Xeno weapon, that has a main hand effect as well. Big boost to all eyes attack based on how high MC's HP is. So I am not even joking. This is a viable grid. I'm not even joking. This is a very viable sword right here. Because what a cosmic weapon does is it will boost attack and HP of equipped sabers, then also boost to damage cap based on how many sabers are equipped. So literally, for Light's purpose, you are getting HP and attack now 6 times over, on top of the Opus weapon still giving you attack and defense. Then still your Seraphic weapon as well give you attack and defense. And let's say, for example, I throw in a proper Lumi summon right. Mine's going to be higher, so it will be slightly. Actually, wait, no, I want my max one. I just want it, honestly. Where are you? Oh, it'd be second page. There you are. Yeah, like for example, right here, nothing else in here, just the grid and the summon. That's literally giving me 56,000 HP. That's more than anything in your box right now. Now, the new keep in mind, 6 swords is a lot. That is a lot. And honestly, I'm actually going to replace these because I know you have at least 2 harps as well. You have at least 2 harps sitting somewhere. So let me actually find them very quickly. That will be M1. So I'm going to slot you in. And in place of this one, I'm going to slot that one in as well. I'm going to slot in the second one. Because I believe you did earn 2 of these. And this right here, this is still right under 50,000. Not even including any other summon thrown in here. This is Magna 1. Like, you can run this. The one thing will be you will need to earn the Dark Opus. That is it. And also slightly working up the Cosmic Weapon up to that start in order to acquire the second bit, right? But that's all you need. This is literally what you need in order to get started with your Magna 3 farm for a light. So just if you want to take a screenshot of this, more than welcome to. Gabriel with water daggers. Gabriel comes with her dagger. That's something in particular for that. And it's pretty much, it's powerful. Don't get me wrong, it's really powerful. I think it's similar to Lich if I recall correctly. Let me actually double check that. I think I have that dagger slot somewhere in here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, no, this is Lich's weapon, but in dagger form. This is literally Grand Lich's weapon. Right there. My current build, makes fire very easy right now. Yeah. You know, these weapons are very good. And you have Ewar. It's the exact same as this. Actually, let me show you. You have this dagger. It's the exact same. Supplement, damage based off daggers, and when it's fully maxed out, it's damage. It's the exact same weapon. You can slot that in as well. Is it not worth I'm starting those? Typically, you will. You will be starting off with them. It's mainly just that eventually they start to become more situational depending on the content. But generally, uncapping. So when it comes to these weapons being uncapped, it can be worth it. But it's mainly the bricks that are going to become your chokehold. Because there's only so much you can acquire. And eventually, you'll then be forced to spend gold bricks to uncap weapons, and then you'll be forced to farm gold bricks, and that's where all the whales are at right now. So eventually, it becomes a bottleneck. So it's definitely a you have to use them sparingly type of situation. The only bricks I have done is actually for the element I want to main for the most part. That being fire. So like for example, Grand Weapon. That's fully maxed out. That's maxed out. Oh my. These weapons, exact same as Lich's weapon. I maxed out 2 of them. And you mostly want for its passive skill. That is correct. And also, honestly, damage cap early game is not something to be worried about all that much. It's not ultra vital to start to build for. You will get damage cap from your Magna 3 anyway. So generally, you can hold out for the most part. It will definitely be a decision you will need to make where it's like, yes, this is something I want and I need to do. That will be when you use the bricks. For now, just the supplement, just the EX modifier, those are more than enough for an early game player, especially the supplement. Supplement is disgusting. So yeah. In case if you have noticed, most of this game is you have to be careful with where you invest your stuff. You have to be careful, especially if you start to learn it's limited. Oh yeah. This is something I actually did last week. Actually, this is something I did last week of this grid, because that was when Guild War was happening. No, actually, it wasn't even last week. It was a few days ago. Something that just ended. Oh boy, this one was a doozy, to say the least. Let me... Oh, no, that's right. Let me show you one more grid, actually. Oh, so I'm going to head all the way back over here. So, there's one more grid I do want to show you. Let me actually... this is actually going to be a fire sword grid I'm going to show you real quick, alright? This is going to be a fire sword. So, you will be using your Seraphic Mania. You'll be using Cosmic Sword still. And let me show this. So these weapons right here, these Olden and Primal weapons. Same weapon series as the Persons. This is going to be what you'll be critical hit. Because with this kind of setup, you are able to, with 4 of these, you can hit very, very good numbers. So very similar to what the other sword grid was, you just won't have as much. You are capping your critical rate. That is correct. You will need to run two Omega summons. That is something you will need. Alright, and let me also get this one in here as well. Yep. That's what we want. I will actually replace this first. So what is another early to acquire weapon that you have? Oh wait, you got this one. Okay. You know, you should be getting this. So this would be a great EX multiplier. It's an axe though, but that's fine. But then I know you have 2 of these as well. These being your M1 weapons you have acquired. Let me find them real quick. Oh yeah, here's 2 right here. 1. Now though, do bear in mind this won't be nearly as disgusting as the light grid, mainly because you won't have the HP to back. So now we will do it on this one, on you. And that one's about. So, like, this one isn't nearly as much to write home about, honestly. But yeah, so regardless, it will follow a very similar formula where it's an additional 5 swords mixed in here to pair with the Cosmic Sword. So only those 2 setups can fully utilize the Cosmic Sword, and Light's just the best one at it. Fire Sword's just funny, more or less. But then say for example, you need more HP, for example. Let me see here. What's something early game that can start to help you on that HP department to at least give you a little bit more survivability mixed in there. Oh wait, or was it this one I wanted? Oh, and it don't matter. Yeah, no, there really isn't much. Oh yeah, that's right. That's a fire problem in general. I forgot about that. Fire has an HP issue. Forgot about that. Yeah, no, fire is pretty squishy. Literally, this weapon, which is a M2 weapon, it starts to solve that problem because it's a small boost to HP right there. And making a stand on the modifier is very good still. That starts to fix it, but literally once when you get to rank 200 content, that's when you start to get these defense awakening REVAN weapons. This fixes your problem for the most part. But until then, HP is a problem. And yeah, so unfortunately, M1 for the most part is very HP tested. That helps for the most part, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, once again, just you want to like screenshot copy this for just ideas, more than welcome to. You should be able to get these from Academy as well. Those that will start to help out. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Those are just two funny sword grids, at least, that are just off the tip of my head. And yeah, and also, let me actually, you know, that's how much, oh, where's crit? That 70% crit right there. And when you go double summon, let me just take this one, for example, here. You'll see here you're capping on crit rate. You probably won't have access to crit damage, like I do, but that's fine. I know light swords get used for a while compared to the other Magna 1 weapons. Yes, exactly. Even in like end game content. Let me actually pull this back up. I'm using 2 right here for end game content just to give me some HP with some attack, and also Exalto boosts that even further. So they get even better for the most part. These weapons are so worthwhile to pick up whenever you can. Literally like get like 4 of these at least. Get like 4 of these weapons. I'm not even joking with you. Get like 4 of these if you can, and still get them worked up. They are strong weapons, and they will not let you down. When in doubt, light sword. When in doubt, light sword. It'll work for you. The Magna 1 weapons with other elemental bonuses are weird. Was that a time multi-element? It was a age thing. It was definitely an age thing. I mean, also back then, you literally ran every single weapon M1 Omega modifier back then. It was a completely different world back then compared to what it is right now. It's a completely different world. Even the gacha weapons were still multi-elemental as well. Well, like for example, Narmaya's sword was like water or something, when she's a dark character. So it's stuff like that. Nowadays, matching characters have matching elements that have a weapon that helps them out. So it's just stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a definite thing. That's about it. Let me see. Oh yeah, I still gotta do my daily stuff for the event too. Did I do this? Oh, okay. I did that already. So, yes, we did about everything I really needed to do. Yeah, so I'll have to work on those slowly but surely. I want to try and get this done before Wednesday, at least. It's Tuesday. No, yeah, no, I had to get this done. Dude, I can't then. Dang. Unless I farm really hard tomorrow. Unless I do that, but yeah, I can do that. Oh well, it's fine. Also, the 10 question. Would Milieu be worth trying to 5-star her? Matt seem rare. Let me see. Oh, her. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so when it comes to her specific material, um, blue sky crystals, they're rare at first, but they become cake later. Legendary merit, don't worry about that too much. You will literally get hundreds of them. Centrums, super easy. Murky spirits, once when you get murky spirits, they will start to cost these. As a matter of fact, let me just they will start to acquire those spirits. Some of these animas, I mean, like Athena, being Granny, all, they're not that bad. And also, typically, you should try to maximize every character you get. But, she's not that worth it, honestly. In my opinion, she's not that worth it. I don't think anyone uses her at all. So that's my opinion, though. Okay, I see. Not too bad. Just at my level. Yeah, exactly. I know the wiki does highlight some ways to get blue sky crystals consistently, especially for the early game, so that could be something you can start to look for as well. But try not to put too much on your plate. Try not to get too overwhelmed. Because once again, there's a lot to do in this game. There's a lot. Yeah, the characters are struggling for. I also have our sister and okay. Alright. Not the best to my other stuff. Yeah, I do understand that. I get it. Unfortunately, getting an element up and running is going to be tedious to do, to say the least. It's going to be hard. The best thing I can say is trying public lobbies. That's probably going to be your best bet in order to try and clear that content for the most part. That will start to help, but also it's at the same time older content, so it's going to be harder to get that, but it's something. It's something, at least. Once again, just try to work on Academy to the best of your abilities. Grid can start to carry you a long way as long as you know how the characters work. You can eventually get through it. Early game, it was more of a grid check than a character check. Nowadays, it's both. But back in like those extreme days, it was more of a grid check. Let me just offer you that advice. And besides, it sounds like you have a few more upgrades you can start to work on anyway, so that can definitely start to help you out as well. Yeah, my water, dark, light, and wind are def carried by me. Yep, it's a grid check early on. Alright, I think it's actually a little bit on the late side for me, so I think I'm going to head out for today. You stream often? I was actually about to get to that. I typically try to stream every 3 days or so. It's not always Grand Blue. I always try to do something different every week. Like, for example, this coming Friday, I was going to shiny hunt in Pokemon Scarlet. There's going to be an event going on. I wanted to get those shinies before that event leaves. Then on Sunday, I was just going to play some Warframe for a video I was going to make, actually. You are a grind monster. Pokemon 2? No, I'm doing the shiny living dex. That's what I'm doing. I have 150 plus shinies right now. I still have over 800 to go. Trust me, I live in the grind. I love these projects that take such an exuberant amount of time. But I will say, if you do want to come back specifically for Grand Blue, we are getting a Tales of Arcarum on the week of the 15th, if I recall correctly. Let me double check that. Yes. Yes, from the 15th to the 22nd. I will be streaming within that time frame for Grand Blue. Whether it be on the 15th itself, 18th, 19th, or 20th, one of those days will be a Grand Blue live stream. So, just if you do want to come for that, you are more than welcome to. I might be with my crew. It might get chaotic. That's all I'm gonna say. But that is something I do want to do because I have plenty I need to farm during that time frame anyway. So, thanks for the advice and talking. Absolutely no problems at all. Let me throw this out there to you as well. I do have a Discord server. I have a Grand Blue section. My entire crew is in there and several endgame level players. We have helped numerous people get to the endgame point before. If you want to hop in there and ask whatever you want, you are more than welcome. We always say we love stupid questions. And also, we also encourage you farming at your own pace as well. We've helped many before. We will do the same to you. Out of water. I'll take whatever chips I can get. I'll check it out. I want to come to a crew with some knowledge and be helpful. That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. Our crew, we do encourage you have your own goals in mind, and as long as you satisfy those goals, we are perfectly happy with that. Even though I will say the crew in general is getting tight in general, but we'll be looking on ways about that soon. We'll be looking for ways, but the Discord in general, anyone can join. The crew we might become more selective about, maybe. But the Discord, open, more than welcome to. Yeah, because we have several people that are not in the crew that are still in there, that still talk and whatnot, and we can still do raids because we can just tell each other the codes. So it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, though, great guys. Little on the insane side, don't get me wrong, but that's what Grand Blue does to people. But yeah, great guys. We'll definitely look to help you out and also give you even more advice than what I did today. And it'll also be easier to look at your box as well because you can screenshot in there. But yeah, so I will leave all that knowledge to you. I know Discord is linked somewhere on my Twitch. I also have it on my YouTube as well. But yes, you also have a great night. I'm going to head out. And yeah, so you take care of so you take care. If I don't see you in the coming streams, I'm expecting to see you when I next stream Grand Blue, honestly. So I might see you in 2 weeks. I might see you even on that next Pokemon stream. Who knows? We'll find out. But yep, so you and everyone else watching, take care. And I'm gonna head out. See you all next time.